Hello, welcome to another edition of IELTS.com IELTS Writing Task 2. This is another in a series of video lessons for Task 2 writing. Today's lesson is under the heading of Problems and Solutions. In this video, we're going to look at our next type of essay, which highlights a problem or problems and asks for a solution or solutions. Make sure that you do note if you're asked for solutions or a solution. This can also be under the heading of causes and solutions, reasons and solutions, etc. You will hear different words, but as a general heading, it's classed under problems and solutions. So if you do see other words, like in this essay, you will see the word causes, it's still classed as a problem and solution. Okay, so the first thing we will do is we'll get our question. The question will outline a problem. Then you will be asked 4 possible solutions. So today's question is, in many countries, very few young people read newspapers or follow the news on TV. What do you think are the causes of this? What solutions can you suggest? So again, causes, reasons, but it is a problem. Very few young people read the newspaper. This is a problem. Okay, so we have the problem content. There's the title again, so we don't have to look for it. Our tasks are recognizing what the problem is. So here's the problem. Answering a question. What are the causes? Answering another question. What solutions can you suggest? So here is our tasks or tasks. The main topic is few people read newspapers or follow the news on TV. The subtopics are in many countries and a specific group of people, young people. So include these. Remember, again, as I've said previously, some people look at the overall topic and don't actually write or include the subtopics. That's very important for your task achievement. Okay, so let's brainstorm ideas for causes and solutions. I've prepared some here. And again, this is what you should be doing. Write down as many as you can think of, then choose the best one. There are many alternatives to TV. People are more mobile and have portable devices to view the news. Young people are less interested in the news. There are other things people are interested in. Newspapers are outdated or old-fashioned. So there's some of the causes I've thought of. Now some of the solutions. Bring TV and newspapers also to young people. Again, this is just my idea. So bring television and newspapers to young people. If they're not watching them, why? Bring them to them. Make the news more relevant to young people. Companies should move away from the idea that people still sit and watch TV and read newspapers as their main source of news or entertainment. Increase the coverage of news to include online newspapers and web-based devices. So here's my list of possible causes, possible solutions. So from this, I have chosen these 2. People are on the web more and have portable devices to view the news. So although people are, if you think of the title of the essay, people are watching the news less on TV. Now, when we say TV, we're thinking of traditional TV in the home. And we also say reading newspapers, we're talking about traditional newspapers. That's what the essay is asking you about. If it was talking about other types of TV, it would specify them. For example, online news or videos. It doesn't. It says TV and newspapers. So bear that in mind. Okay, so what I've done is I've chosen my idea and I've written some sentences underneath just to get my ideas constructed, if that's the right word. So, people are on the web more and have portable devices to view the news. They are probably still following the news, but just not in conventional form. So, although it seems like less and less people or very few young people follow the news, we don't know that for sure. They could be following the news outside of the two mediums of TVs and newspapers. That's why I've said probably. I haven't said that they do. Never say that something is true if you don't know. Speculate, use possible, possibly, could, can, but never say directly that it is a fact. Studies show that most young people worldwide have web access and get most of their information from the internet. So I've written a few sentences to kind of back up my idea. So moving over to the resolution side. Companies move away from the idea that people still watch TV and newspapers. So I've chosen this. Now to develop it, I've said they should change the model they base news coverage on from the traditional family in front of the TV and dad reading the newspaper approach. TV and newspapers are being read less. This could be my example. Broadcasters and newspaper producers are seeing the effects. So what I'm saying here effectively is that people watch less TV, traditional TV, and people read less newspapers. This is a fact. In many countries, the use of these two things is decreasing. This is easy information to find out. So we've got our two ideas. So now we're going to develop them from the notes here that we've made. As I usually do here, I've color-coded my title. So when I've paraphrased it, you can see how I've paraphrased it. So what I've done here is I've put difficult words to change, because the method that I recommend is you start with the words that you cannot change. If you can't change them, use them. Don't waste time trying to change them. So the words I've put here are TV and newspapers. They are difficult to change. Not impossible, but difficult. So that's why I've written them two there. So we paraphrase the title using the words we can't change method. Then we do the break into chunks method, which I demonstrated on previous videos. If you want to see how I've done this, just go back and review one of the previous videos. So I've got three different versions. In a lot of nations, in many countries, a limited number of the youth, very few young people, read tabloid journals, read newspapers, or keep track of topical broadcasts on terrestrial channels. Terrestrial channel means aerial signal, TV, or follow the news on TV. So there's a paraphrase. There are two more, so stop the video and read these two and see how the paraphrasing is done. It will also give you ideas of how to paraphrase. So moving on, we can create our thesis statement and include our cause and solution statement. This essay believes that one cause is people are now using the internet, and a possible remedy is news companies changing their methods. These points will be discussed. So that's one of my thesis statement. There are two more here. Again, they're all different. Read them. Look at how they're constructed. Practice them. Moving on now. So we have our two paragraphs, body paragraphs, and with their development. Now, the structure of all my essays are topic sentence, reason supporting sentences, example sentences, and a summary. So after each section, you will see one of these. So the principal cause is that the internet has changed the way people receive information. There's my topic sentence. So when the examiner reads this, they'll know what this paragraph is about. I'm going to talk about the way that the internet has changed the way we read things, watch things. Most young people have mobile devices and no longer have to rely on the conventional methods of television and newspapers. So that's why the internet has changed it. They're still keeping tabs on the news, but using different mediums. Mediums is things like newspapers, TVs, internet, anything that delivers information. We can use it as a medium. As an example, studies show that less and less of the younger generations watch TV or read journals. There's my example sentence. Not real, but not important. It shows it as an example sentence. Thus that we can surmise that the current ways are seen as outmoded. Now it's slightly different, but that's the kind of conclusion of the paragraph. A possible resolution to this situation is a shift in the objectives of news broadcasters. Topic sentence. So change their objectives, how they deliver, what they do. The reason behind this is that companies need to get away from the sit at home in front of the TV and the read the paper on the couch traditions. These are things that have been happening for many, many years, but things have changed. Technology has changed all of this. According to most mainstream media companies, sales of newspapers and audiences for news programs are down due to the shift towards web-based news. That's my example sentence. Therefore, companies must move with the times if they wish to retain young viewers and readers. That's my summary. So, finally, our conclusion, which is where we restate everything. We readjust our title, we readjust our thesis statement. Again, there's no opinion in this, so we don't have an opinion sentence. We've already got vocabulary from the essay, so what we have to do is look to change it again. I would recommend that you save your conclusion till the end so you know what's already been written. Then you can change your vocabulary. Because if you don't, you could end up repeating what's already in the paragraphs, and you want to change it even slightly. You need to change it again. So, in conclusion, in some places around the world, an increasing number of the young generation spend less time focusing on news from TV and paper print. As you can see, I've broken it down into chunks so you can go back and see how it's been paraphrased again. New ways of getting content and companies abandoning traditional methods are a cause and solution, respectively. So I've included my cause and solution sentence in there as well. We don't need to say what this essay is doing because we say that before the person reads the essay. So we don't need the actual sentence, this essay will do this. We're just basically restating the fact that there are problems and the solutions. Again, there's another version of the conclusion. Stop the video again, read it. And that's the end of the video. So we suggest practicing this type of essay and get the structure firmly embedded in your mind. This structure is the structure that will help you. You shouldn't think of any other structure. There'll be times when you might need to write 3 body paragraphs, as demonstrated in one of the previous videos, because there's an additional question. But you should never have more than 5 body paragraphs. Sorry, 5 paragraphs in total, 3 body paragraphs. I would say a high percentage of essays only use 2 body paragraphs. one side of the issue, the other side of the issue. That's what you should produce also. So there's a link placed below with the two essays completed. One is in Word format and the other is in PDF. So the link is to the folder. So you can just click on the link, get to the folder, and open whichever one you choose, PDF or Word. Again, thank you for your time. For those of you who do watch this video, please feed back to me your comments. Your comments will enable me to know if this is what you want, if it's good, if it helps you, or if you want something else, if you need a new approach or other things explaining more. So your feedback will be most welcome. Please subscribe as usual to help us increase the channel, and thank you.